Hi there, my name is Shaminder Pal Singh, and I'm recording this video to do a walkthrough of PowerApps Portal CLI with Azure DevOps pipelines. So just to give you a brief background, this CLI has been recently released by Microsoft, and it provides us these three commands which we can leverage to download and upload portal data. So what I've done is I've created an extension, an Azure DevOps extension, which internally leverages these commands and provides us with DevOps tasks, which we can configure in our pipelines and supply input arguments, connection values, and then, yep, the extension would do the task of bringing or extracting the data for us or uploading it back to the portal. So yeah, let's go ahead, and this is my trial DevOps instance. So I'll install that extension first. Come here, go to Marketplace, PowerApps Portal, right? And over here you can see that these are the three tasks which are currently available in this extension, and I've also highlighted the YAML code, which could be used to set up the pipeline, and it also indicates the input parameters and what could be the possible values over here. So let's install it. Okay, so now that I have it installed, so what I'll do next is I already have a trial custom portal with me, so I'm going to bring the portal data from this portal into our Git repository and store it in this folder. And then I'll do few changes to the data, and we will upload those changes back to portal. So this is a typical CI/CD scenario where we get the data into source code, we make a change to it, and then the change is propagated to your environment back. Okay, so the other thing that I want to show you is under the session files, I have this git commit script. So basically what it does is when we reach a point where we already have got the data downloaded into this folder and we want to push it back to repository. So this folder will track the changes to this folder, and sorry, this script will track the changes to this folder and then push it back to our remote repository. And from the pipelines perspective, I have created this library, which I'm using to hold all the connection variables. And then this is my first pipeline, is CI portal export pipeline. Let me just show, let me open it and then show you what it is doing. So basically it's right now a manual triggered pipeline. It doesn't have any continuous integration trigger. And this is the variable group that I just showed you. And then I'm using the Windows latest image. And right, so these are the only steps currently configured in my pipeline. So the first step is check out the self branch, process the credentials. So this step is important as it's been utilized by my last PowerShell script. So the OAuth token is available for this PowerShell script, and it can then write back to the repository. Now, this is my first step from this is my first step from extension. So what it does is it installs the PowerApp Portal extensions, and the only input it takes is the CLI path. You can use this value for CLI path. And then the next step is to download the portal code. And these are the values which we are pulling from our pipeline library. So let's run it now. Okay, so I've started the pipeline, and I'll just pause this video and fast forward it where it reaches the point and we have got the data back into our repository, since I don't want you to wait with me while this pipeline is running. Okay, so our pipeline is complete, and I'll just quickly show you what has happened. The first thing, it downloaded the CLI, then it extracted the portal code using the PowerApps Portal download command. And once it got the code with it, then it utilized this PowerShell script and pushed it back to our repository. So now let's go back to our repository and see what we have got. Okay, so it created this folder called custom portal, and yep, it brought all the portal metadata along with it. And we can now look at the files that we have got. So this is a CSS file. These are the default images which are used on the portal. Okay, so yeah, that worked. Now the next step is, let's say I want to extend something on this portal and then change certain component and push it back. So let's do one thing. Let's create a branch. I'll call it a feature branch, and let's say change, change homepage. Okay, so we have our branch with us. So let's go here and go to the web pages, and let's go to this home web page, content page. Okay, so this is the default content that is currently present on our portal. So what I want to do is I want to change and add something here. So let's just for the sake of demonstration, add a tag over here. This is continuous deployment walkthrough using Portal CLI. Okay, so now let's do a commit. Updated. All right, I'll leave the default. Yep, so now that I have updated it, I'll just go to my pipelines. Okay, so that commit has triggered our CD deployment pipeline, which is basically, again, connecting to the PowerApps CLI tool and trying to upload it. So I'll just pause it and fast forward it and then show you once it's complete. Okay, so our CD pipeline is also complete, and just to show you the steps over here, it basically installed the PowerApps tool, then it did an upload of the data back to Portal. And one thing I want to highlight over here is that it's very smart in determining what's been changed. So you can see that it only updated the ADX underscore web page entity. So that was a change which we did into our home page. And then as part of this pipeline, I've also given I've also given an option to download the log, which was generated by the CLI as an artifact. So once the CD pipeline or the pipeline where you have your upload task is complete, you'll notice that it generates an artifact, and that artifact contains a log file. You can download that log file, and this will show you all the detailed logging which PowerApps Portal CLI has done while performing the upload part. Okay, so yeah, now that our pipelines are complete, let's just go back to our portal, clear our cache, and see whether the data is updated or not. Okay, well, let's refresh this again. Okay, yeah, so we got our update back, and this is the line that I added from my DevOps. Yep, so that's it. I just wanted to show you how we can leverage the extension that I created and how it can be used to create a true CI/CD experience using pull requests, and then you can add your other policies or your other DevOps related security policies or monitoring activities, code reviews as part of your development lifecycle. Yep, thanks for watching it. Do let me know in case you run into any issues. I'll be happy to help. And that's all. Yeah, thanks. Bye.